Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a couple deep breaths as we center ourselves. Let's go ahead and expand our solar plexus energy. Make it as big as you know directions. Now make it 6 feet bigger than you know direction. Good girl. Good job. Now let's go ahead and make your body comfortable for the next 25 minutes or so. And let's go ahead and activate our hologram. Make it as big as you, sorry. Good. Turn on your hologram. The button's right in front of you. And as you enter the hologram, follow the trail that's in front of you. And the trail leads you along the river. Very soothing waters. Clear crystal waters. You can actually hear the water running. On one side is the river with flowers on the edges of it. And on the other side is wood. It's a wooded area. But there's a clear path for you to follow. Continue to follow the path. And you're going to come to sort of like a bridge. Natural bridge it is. Go over the bridge. And you are right in front of this, kind of like a cliff, but at the bottom of it. You know this place. You've been here before. You know the entrance to this cave. Go ahead and go inside the cave. You might have to part some vegetation for you to get into the doorway of the cave. Because the cave is not just for anybody. Although this is your space, you created it, still it's your sacred and secret space. We've had many adventures in this space. As you can see when you go in, there are kind of corridors. Different corridors. We have traveled through this, going to Egypt, going to the Middle East, going to many places. Today we're going to use the one right in front of us. We're going to go to this beautiful, wonderful cave. As you walk forward, keep walking, and we will end up at the Hang Son Dung Cave. This cave is found in Vietnam. As you step into the cave, you look up. There's a big opening, kind of like a skylight, but it's a humongous opening where the sun comes through. The distance from the top to where you are is approximately 40 stories high. It's quite high. There is just enough light for you to see around it. This is one of the biggest caves on Earth. It's a natural cave. It goes on forever. It has its own ecosystem. It has its own rivers. Go ahead, walk around a little bit. It actually, you can see the plants growing inside of it. It's not a cave like just rocks. No, 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 no. This cave has its own ecosystem. It has its own animals, its own plants. It's kind of like a world within a world. It has many species of fish in the river. Outside this big wide space where the sun comes in, the cave is actually dark. But what I want you to feel here is the energy. Feel the energy of this place. Not many humans have been here. But this is the entrance for some of the humans, some of the beings that hid in the inner earth. They are very good at camouflaging themselves. Just go inside of you right now. In this cave, there is a big space, kind of like a rock, that is kind of like a plateau. Let's go sit there. It's comfortable enough to sit. It's kind of like a spiral. And at the top, it's kind of flat. Go ahead and sit there and go inside of you and sense what's going on inside of you. Sense the energy around you. Now, expand your awareness to be as big as where the light and beyond of the cave is, of the immediate surroundings where you are. You have beings here. They're curious as to who you are. They're not sure if you're friend or foe. And seems like this place is being inhabited by different races that they might even be shared by different races. A world within a world. But they are all leery of the humans. And as you sit here in this space, others start coming. The light family you have start arriving as well. It's a gathering of sorts. And the inhabitants, the owners of this place, they are watching carefully what everybody's doing. Hello, hello. We come in peace. We come and visit. We want to just feel the energies of this place, this wonderful place, this inner earth, if you will. We mean no harm. And some of your light family, they know these beings. They are the ambassadors. And here they come to greet us. And as I said before, they are different humanoid races here. They all live hunting and gathering. Thank you for having us here. I'm sorry we interrupted you. We didn't think you'd be out here. We thought you lived further in. Our apologies. As you can see, life changes, modifies itself to its new environments. It kind of feels like this place, this cave, it just sunk 40 stories deep. It sunk in, and everything continued to live. Plants adjusted. Animals that were trapped adjusted to living in the dark. It modified. think about this as the energies change for us. And our bodies have to go through a change to adjust to the new environment. This is what we're going to have to do as a species. We're going to have to change. We're going to have to adjust. We're going to have to be flexible if we want to survive. Changes are happening fast. At the beginning of the month, you might recall, I said, you might get a lot of body itchings this month. You might have experienced it. I know I have, especially the last 2 days. But it's a different itch than normal. Our bodies are going through changes. And it will continue to go through changes. Some things are going to be turned on, some things are going to be turned off. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means you're adjusting. You gotta adjust. And your body has to adjust by making different chemicals in your body. Because either it no longer needs it or it needs it more. Many times we've said, life on planet Earth is not for the meek. You gotta be patient. Be patient with your sweet body, your beautiful body. So all the discomforts that you're having with your body, let's get rid of them. Delete them. Delete. 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 And everywhere that you're fighting change, delete. 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 And everywhere that you're thinking that change is too hard and you cannot do it, delete that. Because if anyone can do it, if it's doable, you can do it. It does take some discomfort. It's not like you can just go ahead and leave your body and go. Well, actually you can. But that's not really the solution. So you got to have ease, patience with your body. At the same time, animals are going through the same thing we are. They're having to adjust. Some species are going to be perishing because they're no longer needed, not because humans are doing anything, but because they have done their time. They got to go to other places now. And those are the ones that are not going to be changing. They're just going to quietly drop off. But new ones are going to be coming. This change, this environment for change is going to adapt. It's going to show new life forms. And we got to be patient with us. We got to be patient with our bodies. We got to be patient with others who are perhaps going through a harder time of this experience. They're having to wake up at the same time that they're going through these changes. Imagine how confusing that must be. So, allow yourself the luxury of being patient with you. And just like in the cave, you will adjust to the new world. You will have ease with your environment. You will. Everything always looks harder than it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. This itching thing is pretty wild. You have to just let it itch. If you scratch it, it itches more. And it's not an itch that you can find. But it's like a snake losing its skin. But you can do it. You've done it before. You can do it again. And if you're having a really, really hard time with it, go up to Creator and ask Him to give you some ease with the symptoms you're experiencing. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive, remember? We are resilient. We are still here. They threw us everything they had. Yet, we're here. This change that we have to go through in the physical body, it's nothing. Animals are going through it again also. Some of them, if they are your animals, domesticated animals, they will try to take it away from you and do the change for you. Just like they try to do for everything else. You gotta let them know that it's not theirs. They gotta let it go. Yep. Gotta let go. Good job. Now you know there are other worlds out there, mini ecosystems within the world, within the planet. So now let's turn around and thank the hosts that were the owners of this place. Thank you. We now live in peace. We came in peace and we live in peace. Thank you. We were just curious about this place. Go ahead and thank your soul family for coming here today to visit this place as well. Thank you. Namaste. We all came in peace. We all live in peace. Thank you. Let's go ahead and go back from where we came from. And we just go into the pathway, back into the cave that is ours. Back out in the sun, over the bridge, by the river, just where we started. Thank you, Gaia, for such a beautiful experience. Thank you, Mother Gaia. And with that, let's go ahead and take a couple deep breaths as we come back to the present. And when you're ready, rub your hands together. Rub your face and open your eyes.